Come on in, honey. The lantern's lit, the veil's a little thin, and the wind's been dying to carry a few secrets your way. Welcome to Raven's Ramblings, where the shadows walk beside us and the past never stays buried, and a good spell can speak louder than a sermon. I'm Raven Nightingale, part healer, part hellraiser, keeper of the old ways and ghost stories alike. So pull up a chair and listen close. You never know what might be whispering in the dark. Welcome back, everybody, to Raven's Ramblings. I am Raven, your host. Hey, y'all see my dog back there in the background? She's guarding the door. Today we're going to talk about something that I think that everyone, from witch to empath to just a mundane human, needs. We're going to talk about a little bit of protection from something very specific. Because let's just face it, the world can feel super icky and we need to protect ourselves from that. You know what I mean? That energy funk that you pick up after being around a lot of negativity or scrolling through the news too much. Mm. Or just even stepping into a room that feels like it needs a spiritual mop and bucket. So today we're going to talk about some different witchy ways to kind of ward off that icky feeling and to keep yourself more centered in this chaotic world. If I can get my words together, y'all. Mm. So first off, what do I mean by the ick? I'm not talking about like your ex texting you at 2 a.m., though yes, that is could be the ick. Okay. This ick is that sticky, heavy, gross energy that kind of clings to you after conflict or toxic environments or just daily stress. And if you're witchy or if you're an empath or even neurodivergent, you probably notice these things even more because of the higher sensitivity. You're going to notice that your body feels more tense, your mood shifts, and suddenly you're like, why do I feel like I just walked through an emotional mud puddle? Well, that is the ick, and we're going to try to ward against that. So, let's talk about some simple wards that you can weave into your daily life. First up is going to be smoke cleansing, of course. Light a stick of rosemary or mugwort to kind of give yourself a little energetic shower and just kind of, fan that around your body. You can walk through your space with that smoke, open your windows, and kind of imagine the ick fleeing like it just got hit with bug spray. Okay, so we're gonna smoke cleanse all that ick out. Another fave is salt, and I do this personally all the time. Sprinkle some across your doorway or your window sills. It's simple, it's cheap, it's been used for centuries to block negativity, and you can kind of think of it as supernatural or spiritual Tupperware, kind of keeping your good vibes kind of fresh and stuff, you know? And like I said, I do this within my just regular protection wards, but I also do it across my doorways and stuff. And let's not forget about charms, okay? A ple a pit y'all, I swear I've got my brain together, or at least I thought I did. A piece of black tourmaline or tourmaline. See, what am I doing today, y'all? A piece of black tourmaline in your pocket. There we go. A protective sigil drawn on your water bottle, or even a necklace blessed with intention. That's what I use personally on a day to day basis when I leave my home. Wards don't have to be fancy, but they just have to work for you. Okay? They're very, very personal. Wards are very personal. So protection from the ick isn't just about blocking the ick. It is about cleaning it off when it sticks to you. Because when you're out and about, it's going to try to stick to you. That's just the way energy works. So we want to try to clean that off. So think of it like showering. Okay. You wouldn't want to keep adding deodorant without bathing, right? So you would take a ritual bath with some salts and herbs. Visualize the water pulling all the negativity off your skin And when you drain the tub, imagine it all swirling away. Now, I personally do this, but without the salt and herbs, just whenever I do shower, I still go through the motions of visualizing that water pulling the negativity off of me every single time I shower, even without all the extra stuff. And you can certainly do that. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Because like our bathtub is super it's like barely this deep, so showering is that's how we clean in this house. So, yeah, that's what we do. Anyway, so once you've done that, then you can also try something like a visualization shield. Man, I cannot talk today. Now, and I do this a little bit when I set my circles and stuff. Imagine a bubble of light around you. I prefer mine as kind of a, that iridescent look that ravens have? Yeah, that's kind of what I envision with mine, with little pieces of purple and stuff like that in it. Yours can be whatever color and texture feels safe and good to you. Some people imagine mirrors or spikes or flames, whatever makes your energy say do not enter. Okay. So let's get into some witchy tools that we can use for these things. Different crystals. Of course, the black tourmaline for blocking, obsidian for absorbing, amethyst for spiritual strength. Man, I could not get my brain to catch up with my mouth or my mouth to catch up with my brain. And I personally keep all of those crystals on my altar at all times and then kind of scattered throughout my home. Some herbs that you can use rosemary, of course, it is perfect for an all purpose cleansing. Bay leaves are good for protective wards. Rue, if you really want to kick the bad vibes out, some sigils and symbols. Now you can draw these pretty much anywhere. Like if you have some Florida water or whatever, you can dip your finger in that and draw your sigil on anything, honestly. Draw them on your doors, on the bottom of your shoes, even on your skin with like your lotion or body oil. And nobody has to know those things but you. Um, what else can we do? Mm, bottled wards. Some people use these. I do not personally carry this kind of stuff myself. I do have little spell jars that I have for protection, like in my vehicles and stuff. So it would be like a little jar filled with salt or nails or different herbs, any kind of protective intention. You can put that near your front door or carry it with you in your bag or what in your car, whatever. So we're in 2025, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about some modern wards because the chaos is everywhere, especially right now. So you can set some protection wards over your social media. Draw a sigil and set that as your lock screen. Imagine protective shields over your profile so trolls and dramas don't worm their way into you. Even cleansing your phone itself with smoke or sound now and then can reset that energy. And I tend to do that myself. My phone is here, and whenever I do my sound cleansing and stuff for my altar, I usually go ahead and cleanse my phone and my computer setup and stuff for my podcast to kind of reset any toxic energy that may have snuck in on me. And let's not forget about where we all spend the majority of our time, our workplace. If you've got a toxic workplace, you can always ward your desk. A tiny crystal in a drawer, or a plant that is protective herbs, or even a quiet little charm taped under your chair. Whatever helps helps to keep you feel steady in your day to day. Okay? Because some of us are not out of the closet at work or out of the broom closet at work, and but we still want to kind of protect ourselves. Totally acceptable. So the truth is, we can't always control the chaos of the world, but we can control how much of it sticks to us. So Warding off the ick is about remembering that your energy is sacred, and you deserve to move through this world without being weighed down by everybody else's shit, honestly. Protection isn't about living in fear, it is about walking with confidence, knowing that you've got your shields up and magic on your side. All right. So, that is today's ramble. I'd love to hear from you how you ward off the ick and how you put those little protection things to work. What's your go to charm or ritual or spell? Send me a message or leave me a comment or tag me on social medias because I'm on all of them apparently. Yeah. I mean, even doing some TikTok lives. Y'all should check that shit out because I'm just flying by the seat of my pants on there. So until next time, stay safe, stay magical, and keep that ick far, far away. Bye.